Welcome back. It's been a while. Things have changed. Let's walk around and see how everything's looking. Oh, sad news in the greenhouse, y'all. Whatever I did to that pepper plant, I probably overwatered, overcooked. Then I tried to trim off the fruits so that it could recover. I don't think it's gonna recover. It's got some brown. But I bought another tomato plant, so that's fun. This pepper plant's got some leaves. It should be going outside next week, maybe the week after. I got some vining flowers so that I can use the trampoline frame. I've got some peppers back there. Kind of gave up on all this stuff, so we're just gonna ignore that. Over here, I had everything up here on a heat mat, and this morning I decided the things that weren't sprouted yet probably aren't going to. So I moved everything down. My niece gave me this to plant. I'm thinking it's a cold weather crop because it's not loving the greenhouse, but maybe we'll plant that tonight. Got some super leggy tomato plants. Got some melon plants that are super tall. That is a cucamelon that's not loving life. That's a long bean with the seed cap still on. And that's about it in here. It's kind of sad. A little bit, I'm grieving a little bit over not being able to start things from seed by myself, but let's go outside. It's Tuesday, May 11th, and it's been kind of rainy and cold-ish. Not like, you know, winter cold, but cold for spring standards. So let's go look at the garlic and the potatoes and see what's happening. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm thinking that these are probably indeterminate because I came through and I piled more topsoil on top and they've already exceeded that and bushed up again, so I need to add more dirt. These are really pretty and tall. Still not sure about the sweet potatoes. I probably should dig up where I planted them to see if anything started or not. Yay for tall garlic. If you recall, I had said I wasn't sure how things are gonna go in those little circular beds because they don't get more than like 4, maybe 5 hours of sun. So pleasantly surprised so far. Little update on the remaining broccoli plants. This one is just hanging in there even though it's been trampled and kicked and all the things. These are just fun little experiments. I'm not expecting anything out of that. But we still have broccoli everywhere. No sign of the elephant ear yet. That spinach, it's done. I'm not expecting anything. It is still trying a little bit, but there are no nutrients in this soil. It was from a couple years ago, and I didn't really even think about that when I tossed seeds in here, so no expectations for this. The broccoli that I intended to plant is bolting, throwing off flowers for me, so that's fine. Cilantro, if you remember last time there were broccoli, like 2 broccoli plants in there. I decided to pull those out so that the cilantro wouldn't need to compete for nutrients, so it's looking kind of happy. That experiment's done. All of those broccoli plants are, you know, doing a thing. Last weekend I took the mulch that was there, moved it. There was a weed barrier cloth, removed that, put down compost, added new mulch, and that primrose in the middle may not recover, but we're not pulling it. Actually, I think those are new leaves right there. So yeah, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it's loving life a little bit better now. The old mulch got moved down here to the herb garden. And this lovely broccoli plant is starting a little head. And. And if it stays, you know, a little bit on the cooler side, we might have a broccoli to harvest before before we're all said and done. Broccoli plant that got sprayed a little bit when I was weeding. Another broccoli plant. Again, just cute little experiments. Tulips are starting to lose their blooms, which that's fine. They don't last very long anyway. I finally got an iris that bloomed. Not entirely sure what that is still. It could be a vegetable, so we could be in for a surprise. Zinnias, I think. That guy is starting to come back. It's had a hard life, so I'm not really pressuring it to do much. Hen and chicks over here. Lost the tag. Petunias. This is an annual milkweed. It is, looks like it's doing pretty good. Flowers, zinnia, flowers. I love this little thing. Did I say that that was annual? That one's perennial. This one's annual. And that one's annual. Those are milkweeds. Not Love and Life. Oh, this is getting a new bloom. It's a poppy. Yes. I'm pretty sure that I picked orange or red milkweed, so I guess we'll see when that opens. This thing is coming back, which is neat. I love a petunia. They're just so pretty. All right, on to the veggies. When you find something's been digging. This is the trellis bed. There's a couple of toothpicks, which you probably can't see now because I've added mulch. But the couple of toothpicks that are here are long beans. Nothing sprouted yet. It's not been very long. We got burpless cucumber right here, which was a plant I purchased. It's doing okay. It's just been so cold. Hopefully it'll warm up soon. National pickling cucumbers that I sprouted in my greenhouse. In the middle here, I had lettuce and beet seeds, but I'm not counting on anything, so it's just gone. I'll wash. Over here, any of the toothpicks, if you see any, would be cucamelons. That is kale. Those are peas. Peas seem to be kind of enjoying themselves now that I've got fresh compost down, and it's kind of warming up a little bit. Got a bunch of nothing happening in here. I had planted carrot seeds, but they are most definitely too deep in now. So I will not see any of that. And here in the next week or two, I'll be putting the peppers out here and there will be green eventually. I've been meaning to move this. Since I added the compost, it's not twirling like it's supposed to. Oh. Maybe if I had both hands there. Yay! Still have 3 tomato plants. Getting pooped on by birds, which drives me nutty. But also the onions. Oh, those onions are real tall. And I added the mulch after the onions had already poked back through the compost, so it's also a sacrifice I decided to make because I wasn't sure if I was going to get the compost in the first place. So it is what it is now. Got a bunch of those that are in the back of this bed. And I didn't even notice. My identifier app says that this is bearded iris, but I thought it was white. This is the first time I've seen a purple And it might be because I previously mowed it over or something. So hopefully we're gonna see if these turn out really pretty. And eventually the poison ivy, you know, it's an issue that I have, so, you know, we'll get to it someday. After the storms, I noticed that water was running from here down to this same corner that I was worried about because of the downspout is in the wrong place right now. Usually it's across there. So this whole corner where I didn't put any mulch is pretty much flooded, or gets flooded when it rains really hard. So I thought it'd be better to just not even mulch and not even plant anything there than to cover it and forget. Also, maybe I should just put a rainwater barrel right here and, you know, get rid of the whole drainage issue altogether. So that's definitely something I'm considering, but got a couple plants to go check. So let's look in here. My high-tech door and lock system. My neighbor's dog. Hello, puppy. I know, I'm sorry. So this is a yellow squash. I tried to be really careful not to harm it. See, I have a little stick marking where it's at. And a pumpkin. I know. You'd think I come out here enough that he'd be like, oh yeah, it's just you. So yeah, eventually I'll be able to bring out the melons and maybe plant some other things in here. I just kind of heavily mulched. Like this is a whole bale plus some that I just kind of threw it out here and got it down to help with the weeds. So still a work in progress, but hopefully we're cutting down on some weeds. So if I said hay, I meant straw. There's a difference. Ew. All right, well. Very interesting. And last on the list to check out. See, the dogs have access to this. This isn't gated anymore. So I don't know if they come and trample it, if bunnies try to eat on this one. I don't know, but that one's doing amazing. I'm still kind of undecided on where to put those vining flowers I bought. I want to put them on that trellis, the trampoline frame that I want to make into a trellis, but I keep arguing with myself about where I want to put it. So that's why I just haven't yet. I stopped by the community garden the other day and took a video because it had gotten down to like 30 degrees and it rained. So I went and checked on that garden. So I'm gonna put that clip in here and I'll come back. Back at the community garden, it's been like a weekish, maybe a little less. I was worried last time about the peppers because we had some cold nights. So I'm just curious and I'm here to check. Let's look. I didn't get any comments about what this might be. Got an onion of some kind right there. Looks like a lot of weeds though. Maybe, oh, I'll try to use my plant identifier app before I leave. Wow, that brassica got really big. Oh. What did I say? Turnips? Radish? Turnip? Turnip? So these are turnips, I guess? Yeah. Okay. I've never grown turnips. See, this is what I was worried about. Look at this baby. It got too cold. So what time is it? It is 7:49, Saturday morning. I don't think anything's in here still. So this is, I just was noting the time to kind of, oh my gosh. We also had a pretty strong storm last night that hail came through. Oh my God, look at all these that are dead. If you remember my last video, all of those were like this size of a tomato plant in every one of these cages. Oh, that's devastating. They're gonna have to start all over. But succession planting, like you can look at it both ways. Do we have any berries yet? Oh, look. Berries are starting. I want that plant. I didn't find anybody to contact. I was gonna try to contact somebody and see if I could take a plant because I don't wanna just steal. It's not my garden. But I don't see any strawberries that are like on the brink of turning red. All I see is like these little baby, like just started. But strawberries are really good at hiding. So, okay, well, kind of sad news for this garden, I guess. But that is why I have not planted my peppers out yet, because it's just too cold and we have some 40-degree nights coming up. So I really don't want to risk the plants that I have. So anyway, cute little update. All right, so another new addition. This is nasturtiums. I had them in my greenhouse and I was overwatering them along with everything else. So they got their own little pot to spread out in, and we'll see how that goes. I usually forget how many different things I have growing, so here's the mint if anybody was curious. And other than over this last weekend, I saw a red-throated hummingbird, so that was pretty cool. Other than that, that's all the updates I have for you. Thanks for watching, and you'll see me next time.